I think that in the next 5 years, digital crypto, digital payment systems, the Stablecoin Act going through Congress, these are all positive elements to where we're going with this technology. It's going to make it more efficient, more transparent, faster, cheaper. I understand a lot of people don't like Bitcoin and they shouldn't own it then, but I certainly own it. To me, it's just digital gold. So there you have it. I mean, there's lots of opportunity, and within our operating company's portfolio now, 20% is in crypto. That's the most I can hold. Last year I was at 7.
7, yeah.
So now I'm at 20, and now we have 32 positions on. It's the most exciting part of my portfolio, the most volatile.
Really?
I mean, it's all over the map every day.
In recent years, Shark Tank star Kevin O'Leary has easily become one of the most prominent voices in the crypto industry. In 2 of his most recent interviews, O'Leary expresses strong confidence in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. He has notably increased his investment in crypto from 7% to 20% of his portfolio, nearly tripling his previous allocation. O'Leary predicts that in the next 5 years, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin will become more accessible, with digital payments becoming more efficient, transparent, and cost-effective. This trend is expected to lead to widespread adoption of cryptocurrencies worldwide. Let us now view clips of the interviews as O'Leary shares his latest crypto insights. While watching, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and enable post notifications for more similar content. Stay tuned until the end of the video to learn about O'Leary's strategy for the upcoming bull run.
I think it's great that finally we have a Bitcoin ETF, because there's many people that would own Bitcoin through an ETF. What I really like about it is it's sending a signal that the era of the crypto cowboy is over, and that now financial services companies that are forced and want to be regulated, because that's how they do business, can start to embrace crypto technology, including digital payment systems, into their portfolios. And so the first step is this Bitcoin ETF, and it was well received. And obviously, you could argue some element of Bitcoin's appreciation, because it's been a great asset class in the last 2 years, is as a result of the demand through the mark-to-market and spot pricing of creates that you have to do in an ETF. You need the coin. I use it as a 5% weighting, right beside gold at a 5% weighting, and I trim it every quarter based on its appreciation or decline of value, because it's liquid, and I obviously use exchanges that are compliant to do that. But I don't know why anybody, you don't need to bet the farm on Bitcoin, but why not use it the same way you would for an alternative asset like gold? So there you have it. I mean, there's lots of opportunity, and within our operating company's portfolio now, 20% is in crypto. Last year I was at 7.
7, yeah.
So now I'm at 20, and now we have 32 positions on. It's the most exciting part of my portfolio, the most volatile.
Really?
I mean, it's all over the map every day. You know, part of this came through my relationship with FTX. I'm a shareholder in FTX, as well as a paid spokesperson. I have to disclose that. I love what Sam is building there, you know, and I use my FTX wallet, obviously. But I also own HBAR, I own Polygon. I just put a position on in Polygon after you know, meeting Sandeep. I love his vision of reducing gas fees, particularly, you know, for people that can't afford to spend that much on ETH. But he's aggregating transactions and passing them through in one, saving a ton of money. I love that idea. Just got into Helium, also Avalanche, Solana. I'm a big believer in that. I've got 32 aggregate positions. Those are some of the larger positions. And so I don't know which one's going to win. Nobody knows. But certainly, you know, Ethereum's too slow for me as a financial services guy. So I'm hoping that Solana ends up being something much faster. It's got the backing of Sam Bankman-Fried, which is always a good thing. But there's a lot of new ideas, and I'll back any entrepreneur that has something of value. I'm not so much onto the, you know, for lack of a better word, the shit coins. I want something to show economic potential, to create value somewhere. But it doesn't mean you can't have fun with crypto. You know, if you want to trade some Dogecoin, great.
Doge on Mars and stuff like that.
That's all fun. It's like going to Las Vegas. Yeah, and I'm also very, very interested in seeing policy come through on stablecoins, because in many of my operating companies, we have large cash positions. We're making 22 basis points. If I can lend out a contract for 30 days at 4% on USDC or whatever. There's many ways to go on stable coins, but we really need policy there because my auditors and my compliance departments will not let me put on a significant position in stable. I think that in the next 5 years, digital, crypto, digital payment systems, the Stablecoin Act going through Congress, these are all positive elements to where we're going with this technology. It's going to make it more efficient, more transparent, faster, cheaper. I understand a lot of people don't like Bitcoin and they shouldn't own it then, but I certainly own it. To me, it's just digital gold. Truth is, the majority of the world's managed money, trillions and trillions of dollars, has this much Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Zero. And they're never going to put it on their balance sheets until they get the regulatory environment to give them the rules, then the compliance department to say okay, then the ESG committee to say okay, and the ethics committee to say okay. So they don't want coin that's mined in China, for example, because it burned coal. That's the ESG guys coming in and weighing in. So this is forcing a change. It's not changing the nature of a coin that's awarded, but people want to know the provenance of the coin.
Before we proceed with more of Kevin O'Leary's updated insights, here is another piece of latest news you might also want to know about. According to Kim Min-sung, head of the Corbett Research Center in South Korea, US stock traders now heavily influence Bitcoin prices, a shift from previous influences such as miners and whales. Kim points out that the release of the spot Bitcoin ETFs has created a new market dynamic centered on stock market traders. He notes that macro factors like interest rates and pandemics once influenced Bitcoin markets, but now ETF trading patterns are key. This trend is also seen in Bitcoin and crypto futures markets, with implications for institutional investors entering the market. That said, with the forthcoming halving event and potential influx of institutions, Bitcoin prices may further rise. Let us now return to Kevin O'Leary as the expert shares more insights.
Yeah, I'm very, very interested in, as an investment thesis, and this is not only in Canada, but globally, show me the jurisdictions that are issuing crypto exchange licenses, because that's the infrastructure of crypto forever. And so UAE, United Arab Emirates, particularly Abu Dhabi, Brazil, Argentina, Switzerland, the UK. I'm using a vehicle called WonderFi, a company that's a Canadian company. They own the largest crypto exchange in Canada. They bought BitBuy. They're looking at other opportunities all over the world, I assume. That's what the management, has said to the market. And I'm very interested in, investing in that because I'm hoping what they're going to do is a roll-up of exchanges globally. And what better place in Canada, because Canada has been so accommodative on issuing the very first crypto license. The other area that really intrigues me, and what I like about WonderFi is they have both centralized wallets and decentralized. So where they're allowed to provide a decentralized wallet, which that means when you acquire a customer, they can keep both wallets active. Maybe your NFTs are in a decentralized and you're keeping your coin in a centralized wallet for security reasons. But the point is they have both. I love infrastructure, so I also have a position in BitZero, which is also private but building the Norway model. That's infrastructure, data centers, and Bitcoin mining. They're looking at many opportunities around hydro stateside. And then, of course, there's Immutable Holdings. They're the infrastructure for NFTs. They own NFT.com. I'm a shareholder. Jordan Freed is the CEO there. These are all infrastructure plays. That company again went public in Canada. HOLD is the stock. I think the challenge we still have is FTX is gone. Binance is being litigated into oblivion. Both those founders are waiting sentencing. Binance CEO is now a felon. So if you're an institution that had an account on there, your compliance department probably isn't going to let you keep it. So where does all that go? That is going to Abu Dhabi with the new M2 exchange. And I'm a shareholder in that through a public company on the ADX over there called Phoenix Technology. I'm a big believer in owning the platforms that are compliant. So the Canadians have it. WonderFi is their largest. It's got 1.6 million accounts, completely regulated by the OSC, which is their version of the SEC. We don't actually have an exchange here yet that's clean with the SEC because the SEC is still suing Coinbase. So we still got some work to do domestically, but there's only 40% of coin held in the United States. The other 60% is abroad, and that's where M2 is just sucking up all the assets. So, and that is completely compliant with the ADGM. So the best way to look at this is we should applaud the early miners that built up capacity here in the United States, but they are essentially the pioneers with the arrows in their back, because the capital is going to move away from them and it's going to go to the new generation of miner, which is the Norway model, as I call it. We're building these in almost every state here in America that has hydro. We're very fortunate because we have access to the latest technology. Now we own our coin. Now we've mined it ethically. Now we've mined it all green. We do not have to be audited for carbon because there's no carbon. It's 100% hydro. And so in doing so, we are not only capturing unused hydroelectricity, we've got the latest state mining equipment, which uses 40% less energy. We're taking the heat from the stacks and creating a hydroponic facility that grows tomatoes and a canning plant beside it, because in northern Norway, there's not that much sun for tomatoes. We're integrated into the community. We are creating a new power source for all the citizens in that 3,000 person village. That is the new mining.
Meanwhile, ARK Invest's latest Bitcoin market report indicates that the Bitcoin rally is continuing with strong momentum. Despite new US inflation figures dampening hopes for Federal Reserve interest rate cuts, ARK Invest remains bullish on Bitcoin. The report highlights Bitcoin's explosive growth this year, reaching a new all-time high of $73,000 in March, with ARK Invest suggesting that this is just the beginning of a bullish cycle. The report also discusses the MVRVZ score, a metric indicating Bitcoin's price relative to its realized value, suggesting that Bitcoin's price is still in the early to mid stages of a bull market. Additionally, ARK Invest expresses optimism about Bitcoin scaling solutions and the growing number of projects building on the Bitcoin base layer. While higher inflation may affect market liquidity and risk tolerance, bullish narratives surrounding events like the upcoming halving and the growth of US spot Bitcoin exchange-traded funds could support Bitcoin prices in the short to medium term, according to experts interviewed by DL News. How do you believe the widespread adoption of cryptocurrencies, as predicted by O'Leary, will impact the future of finance? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. If you found today's video informative and would like to receive more insights and updates on cryptocurrency and global finance, please consider liking the video, subscribing to our channel, and enabling post notifications. Your support motivates us to keep producing detailed content and engaging discussions. Be sure to stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll uncover more about the fascinating developments in the cryptocurrency space. Until then, keep questioning, keep exploring, and most importantly, keep investing wisely. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.